All right, we're back. Damnation of Adam Blessing. Feels like it should Adams. No, no, feels like I'm not. No, 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 no. This has been awesome. Just saying. Damnation of Adam Blessing. Damnation of Adam's Blessing. This is a roll off the tongue thing. And I'm not debating because I have no idea what the name is derived from. I know it feels like we're deeper than 4 tracks in, but it looks like only did 2 or 4 tracks. Let's get some more.
Yes, I knew it was wrong when I came here, but you could not talk to me. There was love, there was hope, there was peace somewhere, and I had to try to see. So I walked through the miles of the hate and the war till I almost lost my dream. But the world don't ask for nothing, and that's all she gave to me. I'm going home. Take me back to the river, to where I can be free. Take me back to the river. In the dark, it was just an illusion. I could feel but could not touch. Love was all I knew when I came to you for an answer. So I looked for a light in your dark world, like a blind man follows sound. But the world ain't round and there is no sound. I just asked her. Now I'm going home. Take me back to the river, to where I can be free. Take me back to the river, and we want to see the hate begin to die. And we want to see a world before our eyes, with a legacy of you and me. It's a long, hard road to walk, going free.
Let's come back to the solo. I gotta take care of the dog. Yeah, it's always something. Let's go back to the solo. I'm liking this tune. like this part. It's got it feels familiar, but then it feels like its own song too. But
Yes, I knew it was wrong when I came here, but you didn't talk to me. There was one, there was some, there was somewhere I had to try to see.
and to be fair, just in case, because it comes up. It comes up much more than you'd think. And this is a good place because we're free from the same people who probably comment on it. It's so funny that people just hate having a position, I guess. I don't like war, and I acknowledge the anti-war stance in like this music. And support that. Don't think there's anything wrong with an anti-war stance. Don't believe bloodshed is good for us. At the same time, I'm not unrealistic in the history of man. So people get mad and they're like, oh, yeah, honor this, or saying something the right way doesn't make it all come true, and a mass delusion won't change the world. The people in power are never going to join you in your delusion. So I acknowledge how awesome anti-war 70s. I've talked about it enough. I'm a product of that era, so trust me, it's nothing but love and respect. At the same time, I think too many people jump on the I'm anti-war bandwagon, but they would support equally detrimental things to society under the guise of maybe bad ideas. Let's just go with bad ideas. You know what I mean? This is the thing. You cry about one bad idea, but endorse another bad idea. It's time to take a step back and look at all the bad ideas in a basket and kind of find their interconnective nature. Ooh, I like that. Let's go forward. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Let's accept that smoking's bad for you. Oh, that's out of place. There we go. Hey, I like that one. On a side note, there was parts of that it seemed like you could pull out, resample, and make a really cool beat with that. Whatever. I was just hearing a sampleable. I don't really know how that works, but we're the. Give this record to a DJ and let mix this in with some, fuse it with some hip hop or something cool, or like that Nate No Face that whatever. I've established that today is, one of those days. Let's just go forward.
Can you see the money tree growing in their hearts? If you had their lives to lead, would you ever start? Can you see? Can you see? Oh Lord, look at me. Can you see the money tree growing ever high? Can you see how big it grows? Any reason why? Can you see?
Because it runs the world. Unfortunately, from 1970 to this point, you were going to live in a fiat-driven society that was going to overinflate, overindulge, and over-propagandize till you get to a breaking point. So, I mean, if I had to take a shot in the dark to the question posed by the song, because it was running your world.
Growing ever high. Can you see how big it grows? Any reason why?
Because it has to grow so big that it explodes, dies, and turns into a social credit score. So then you can just turn off the people you oppose with the flick of the switch. And you don't have to get your hands dirty no more. I'm sure people will like that better. When people just die lonely in their rooms because they said the wrong thing. That'll be a nice world for people to have. Hey, in 2 days, they're going to sign that away from you. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, entertainment or not. What's that, 194 nations going to sign away your sovereignty? The protest music of the 70s is going to be erased with a swipe of a pen by the World Economic Forum and the World Health Organization. And all those years of protest, unfortunately, are going to go down the crapper and become an AI-driven program. Hey, did anybody see the fact that they want to put they want your pills to have a chip? Because they said, we'll see compliance then. You don't get to do nothing with your bodies if the rest of us can't say no to your stupid poison medicines. Okay, if I can't say no to the pharmacon industry, why should why should anybody else have body autonomy? How is that not I don't get that part. We're going to have another summer of rage about a certain group's body autonomy, which seems like a real political positioning when it comes to the fact that you'll let your elites tell you that you're going to put radio trackers in the pills to enforce compliance. What about all of us that don't take any medicine at all and then don't get sick? So we have to start taking poison because the rest of the people love being told what to do, that's a big shit fest, man. That's a bummer. And I wish that wasn't being brought out of me by the damn Money Tree song, but it sure is. Why don't you look at Pharmacon's profits over this deal and then weigh that against the actual data that came out and wonder why you don't complain you've been duped a little bit more.
Any reason why? Can you see? Can you see?
Oh, I can see, all right.
Look at me.
No. Look at Mr. Schwab and his minions, their familiars. Look at the World Health Organization and their familiars. Don't look at me. Don't look at him. This is just entertainment. You better look at the people pulling the actual strings. This song is awesome. So, if this is the part, I think this is what I was trying to harp about earlier. If you misunderstand and think that I don't like it, you're wrong. This song is awesome. Just makes me think of weird shit because there's a lot of current events.
Mrs. Kelly's just bought a new dress, spent half the groceries and most of the rent. She says that happy is better by far, and the money she has you can keep in a jar. Can you see?
I like that line. It's just, I'll get off my high horse for a second. So, spent the food, spent half the food, spent the rent. But she looks pretty.
Oh, Mrs. Kelly's just bought a new dress, spent half the groceries and most of the rent. She says that happy is better by far, and the money she has you can keep in a jar. Can you see?
And then I guess right there, on a side note, it does make me think this. So let's say you get everybody to the same level where they all have the same happiness. Are we never going to get to see the elitists? Because they don't get it all and we get nothing. I get to strive for the same crap they have. I might fall short, but I certainly get to strive for all the non-evil shit they get. I mean, I should get to upgrade my car a couple times in my lifetime till I get something that's cool and comfortable that might be fun and enjoyable. This hollow, you don't want nothing. Well, maybe you don't need nothing. What about the rest of us? I just saw it again today, and now they're proposing a way to, none of you need. Man, none of you live in the cities might need a car, but the rest of us do. Just saying. The rest of us need transportation and ways to get around, haul stuff, do work, apply effort to our days. I can't wait for effing Uber to come hook me up with that. I don't work on some corporate scheduling. I work on the rise of the sun. like all the other hardworking people across the entire planet. Weird.
Can you see, oh Lord, look at me, yeah. Can you see the money tree growing in their hearts? If you had their lives to lead, would you ever start? Money tree, money tree, money tree, money tree, money
Oh, wow. Okay. No. Cool. That's where we're going to start up the next one. Damnation of Adam Blessing. Nothing but the utmost respect. And I mean that. The music's fire, and I love being inspired to think of crazy. Now, I mean, if you think I spoke out of turn, and I apologize. I've said from the beginning. I mean, we're just having. I mean, the couple things I quoted, I can put if you want them, you can ask for links. I can put links to each of the articles and the information. They're not. It's not propaganda I'm spreading. I mean that. Some of that stuff's happening in 2 days. It just is. So, we'll see. Have a good one.